Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to my channel once again. The voice you're listening to is the voice of Seyi, and I love to go by the name God did. Alright, so this video is particularly as usual for our weekly market review on Outlook. And if you have been following me on this channel and you've been seeing my notifications, that would mean that you've subscribed, and I would also like that you like this particular video so that it can reach out to others. And if you've not subscribed, this is your first time here, do well to subscribe. Alright, so as usual, we're going to be checking out the GBPJPY and also the EURUSD, and I'm just going to be seeing what market looks like it's going to do this week. Okay, I think this is all the drawing I have here is from the previous week market review. Pardon me. If you've not seen the video, you can check up the video. That's the link up there. Check the video, and just so that you can follow, because this particular week seems like a continuation, although it seems like for this particular week it's going against the previous week's market review that we did. So for the previous week, right, we had this place as a liquidity, we had this place as a pullback down to this, and yeah, so that was the analysis for the previous week. Although the week ended in a break of structure, I mean it broke the previous week structure, this particular place, or a break of structure. This is on the weekly time frame, so we had a break of structure in this at this particular point, right? And as you should know by now that if you have a break of structure, markets should clear this out and come back into this place to continue buying. I am go down to the daily time frame. Today's Monday already. Market has opened since midnight, and yeah. Alright, so this was the break of structure we just saw now, and market did a little bit of pullback, but I think currently there is a strong buy in the market. I just checked the news now, and it says, okay, let me just show you, and it says that the dollar has currently recovered, and usually that's bad news for the what is it called, Japanese yen. I think Japanese yen is currently down. So, and if you know your trading well, once the JPY is currently down, the base currency usually is buying strong. If you don't know about base and quote currency, I've also made a video like that you can also check out. That's the link up there. Alright, so moving on. Last week broke structure. I'm expecting market to come back to this point later on before buying more. And yeah, I think that's just basically it. We had this POI for the previous week, but it doesn't seem like it's going to hold. Market has broken it already. Market has invalidated that point, although it sold a little, and if I was active, I don't think I would have taken the trade regardless, but it sold a little actually. It sold a little from this POI, as you can see here. We had this POI for the 2-hour time frame. I'm sure it was a 2-hour. Exactly, for the 2-hour time frame, we had this particular POI, and market came right into it at this point. Yeah, market came right into it at this point and sold, but it was just a little. When I'm giving you maybe a 3-hour, let me see, would it? Yeah, 3-hour. So market came right into it and sold into that from that POI that we analyzed in the previous week. But this week is opening very, very strong. I mean, look at the buys. It's very, very strong. And that's why fundamentals is also very, very important in your trading. So so this week, what is our outlook for this week? Basically, our outlook for this week is, I'm just going to watch markets. Market currently has cleared this liquidity, has taken liquidity from here, from this previous, let me see, which week was this? So market has taken liquidity from this point, and what we're just going to be waiting for is, let it ride whatever wave is going to ride. By the time it rides, expecting to ride up, cap up somewhere before coming down to somewhere around this point and then going back up again. Do you get? So I'm sure you should understand that, because we have, look at this liquidity here. We have this trend line liquidity right here. Let me delete this guy. Let me go to the 4 hour time frame. Trend line liquidity here. I'm not going to come and take. This seems like a nice order block, and it's just before a fair value gap. So this week or into next week, right, we should see market come down to this point. If this buy is going to hold, this market come down to this point, and then something like this. This market get to this point, get to wherever here, come down to this point, give it change in state of delivery, right, then move sells, rather it buys. Currently GPPY is down, JPY is down here, and so market is currently, every other cross pair that has it as its code currency is currently buying. So it will be the same thing for the Euro Japanese yen as well. For the Euro Japanese yen, also it also did a little bit of analysis for the previous week. So for the previous week, we had this particular point marked out. We had this break of structure. We had this particular point marked out as a sell bias, right? That when market gets here, it should sell. Look how market did. It actually did that. But like I said, fundamentals came in. That's just the news came in. So as you can see, let me delete this guy. As you can see, market came into this point, sold down a little bit, but it's currently buying. So I won't be surprised if market come back here, takes this place as liquidity, comes here. I mean, this is what I mean. Now that it's currently buying, it's let's see how market, today is just Monday, I mean. So I'm surprised if market goes up like this, ride the waves, come into this POI, then sells again. You get that? As you know, market is not just one straight movement. Market price doesn't go in just one straight movement, right? So, but if you imagine you are taking your trade from this point, let me see, on 2 hours time frame. If you had your POI set for this other block here, this internal other block here, you'd have made your stupid cash by now. At least this should give you about 4 hours, if I'm not mistaken. But all this is in retrospect, so it might not really count. Imagine. This is a liquidity sweep, takes this and go. So that's that about that. I think it's quite clear. For this week, what's our outlook on EG? Let's just see what it does actually. Let's see how Monday closes. Right now, I won't say you should jump into anything, because this strong buy is just a reaction from the news. As you can see the news here, it's just a reaction for the news. The yen is currently weak, so every other pair that is against it would be buying. Now let's go to the GU. On the weekly time frame, like I said, this analysis is from the previous week as well, so you can watch that video. On the weekly time frame, okay, we had a break of structure from this point, but last week closed bullish and broke structure. Right, broke structure. So I know when there's a break of structure, there'll be a pullback for it continually sells. Let's go down to day. All right, so structure. Calculate this break of structure here. Originally, I was expecting market to get into this point, price to get into this place, give us the pullback before riding up again, but it did not, and it doesn't seem like it's going to get into it. All right, and even if it does, it seems it might be risky. Might be risky to want to sell now. Why? Because the dollar is currently very much bullish. Let me check the index here. Yeah, it's currently very much bullish. So it would be risky to decide to sell now. Right now, what I would advise to do is to wait for confirmation. Right, we had this break of structure for the previous week, right, but market did not get into our POI. It hedged close before coming down, but it did not get into it. And then we also now have another other block here. So my advice is to wait for market to do what market will do. Whatever market decides to do, wait before jumping into the trade, because as you can see, market cannot decide to come into, market can decide to go like this, and then boom, takes you out before coming down back. You get, so it's just advisable to wait. A lot of the things in trading is wait till you see your clear buyers. Let's go down to the EU. So for the EU, same outlook as the previous week, right? We are still very much, it's consolidating, but I'm more bearish than bullish. Alright, I'm more bearish than bullish, and that will mean that I'm also much bearish on the GU. But like also on the GU, market did not get into our POI. Market did not get into our POI. So we still have that POI marked out. So I'm not seeing any other thing again. In the far time frame, still the same thing. Market did not get into the POI. So the market is currently buying into this before coming down to our POI. Alright. Let me see the UJ. Yeah, as expected, the UJ will currently be buying because the yen is currently down, dollar is pushing up, so most likely break this high. For the gold, now for this gold, I think I had, for the previous week we had 2 points marked out. So yeah, we said for the previous week there is a particular market is currently reacting from this particular POI, this particular bullish POI, this particular one here, and so we might just buy to take out this liquidity before selling from this one, which is what I'm hoping would happen. Hoping that's what will happen. Market buys from this. Once it gets into this, it gives me a change state of delivery. Then we activate for the sell. Right, but currently it seems as though price is pushing up. Although this particular current sell is because the dollar is also buying, right? And the dollar is currently buying, so it means that the gold is currently selling. For BTC USD, same thing as the previous week. I think this week is just basically a continuation of previous week's analysis. It's not doing anything extra, it's not doing anything more. Continuation of previous week analysis. Alright. The BTC USD is just all of a sudden bouncing up back. I don't know what it's reacting from though. The guy was just going down like as though it wasn't going to recover, but as though it's recovering from this point, even though I will not still trust it. So I think that's about this week, this particular week. Should be a fun trading week, right? Market is starting out strong on these pairs that we have marked out. Wow, so these guys are actually overall bullish. The GG is actually overall bullish. But yeah, we can always catch a bearish trade. Alright, so I think that's that about that for this particular video. If you have any question, if you have anything you want to mention, if you have anything, any suggestion, let me know in the comment section. I'm always available. Thank you once again for watching. Do well to like the video and also subscribe. Have a profitable week ahead. Toodles.